faster than Gebrselassie last year, and Komen takes that as the signal to kick in, and immediately the gap's open, and Gebrselassie, marvellous racing brain, goes with it, doesn't give the Kenyan half a yard even. He reacts immediately. Gebrselassie right behind Komen, who glances over his shoulder there, and he must almost have been able to hear Gebrselassie saying, "I'm here, don't worry about it, I'm right with you, boy." Because these two are getting away now. Turgat, the world cross-country champion, silver medalist in that 10,000 in Atlanta, is 6 or 7 meters adrift in third place, and behind him a big gap now back to Koech and Nieriki, and Komen looking very, very sprightly. It's hard to believe that in a race of this pace athletes can actually accelerate away from the opposition mid-race, but that's what Komen has done. Gebrselassie, the only one to go with him, so bouncy. Remember, Gebrselassie is the danger man, as Steve said. We understand, and training has run a 1:46 800 meters. He has superb finishing speed, much better than any of these Kenyans. We know that. World-class finisher at 1,500, never mind about 5 or 10,000.
That was around a 58-second lap that Komen put in there, and he isn't letting up here. He's really turning the screw, and this is going to test Gebrselassie. This is what Turgat tried to do. Turgat missed the break on this occasion. He's trying hard to get back to these two. I don't think he's going to be able to, because Komen, if he feels as though he's capable of winning this, has obviously decided it's got to be from, well, 5 laps out as he made that effort, and now they'll be coming around with 3 to go. But Gebrselassie is still there, and he may have to kick again. He may have to try and pick the pace up the pace again, but I don't know what you do. What do you do? Run a 56-second lap? This is crazy. So Komen still looking around, and Gebrselassie is still there. 3 laps to go.
You know, the last time I saw a 58-second lap in a 5,000, I think, was when John Ngugi in the Seoul Olympics all of 8 years ago had fallen over, picked himself up, ran a 58-second lap, and then won the title in 13:11. But he was operating some 20 or 25 seconds slower than this. How the world has moved on just in the last 6 or 8 years. Gebrselassie dogging the heels of Komen here, who's doing all the work. He's driving on with such strength and confidence for a 20-year-old. This is quite staggering. 4,000 meters in 10:10, a 2:29 kilometer there, the penultimate kilometer from Komen. But Gebrselassie has matched him stride for stride. 2:31 Gebrselassie ran last year for that kilometre, and that was a significant acceleration. But that was a quite astonishing statistic. And Steve, they're well on schedule for the world record here.
They're way inside the world record pace, but look, Komen just looks as though he's beginning to slow slightly. They only need to run something like 2:33, 2:34. I say only, of course, after this sort of pace. That's an achievement for the last 1,000. But when we saw what Gebrselassie did last year, is he going to be able to take it even better at this point? Or is he just going to sit behind Komen? The pace certainly dropping at this stage. They're not running quite as fast. This lap certainly slowed. But Komen still got Gebrselassie sitting on his shoulder. What has he got to do? Is he slowing so that he can kick again? They're going to come round now with round about 600 to go, and he wipes the sweat off his brow. He's got every right to do that.
Turgat in third place, really suffering here. Lonely race for him. This is where the second race is, so to speak. 127 Koech there leads that group. Kennedy having another good run. All those men, let's forget, operating at sub 13-minute pace. These two way out in front though. Komen, having gone through 4,000 meters, well inside world record schedule, slowed, and it slowed dramatically on this lap. This lap's going to be about a 63 or a 64 as they come through the bell now. Komen from Gebrselassie with 1 lap to go, and it looks as though they're going to miss the world record. They're 3 or 4 seconds outside the world record there at the bell. Gebrselassie, now has he been hanging on here, or has he been fooling us? Hard to tell, but Komen is determined to maintain that lead. Has he got anything left? Can he pick it up again? Almost looks as though Gebrselassie was chopping his stride there down the back straight, running into the back of Komen. The Ethiopian flags being waved aloft there, but Komen still in control, and if Gebrselassie is biding his time, he's taking it very, very coolly, waiting for the finishing straight. But Komen's not doing that, he's opening it up. Komen on the crown of the bend, a little glance over his shoulder. He can see that Gebrselassie is gone, and Gebrselassie throws in the towel and eases off. He's jogging into the straight there. Komen sprinting for all he's worth. The clock, watch that, the time is going to be fast, but I think he's missed the world record now. 43-44, just outside the world record figures. Gebrselassie just didn't have it there on the last lap. He really looked so easy. As Steve said, he has this habit of looking easy when he's absolutely flat out. And that is the second fastest time ever by Daniel Komen there. 12:45.10, and they're coming across the line still, all of them under 13 minutes. Gebrselassie second, Turgat was third, Boulami, who crossed the line fourth, Kennedy fifth, and those men all under 13 minutes according to the running clock. But what a run from Daniel Komen. He took it on mid-race, asked one question after another of Gebrselassie. It looked as though the Ethiopian was answering them with ease, but when it really came to the final examination, the Gebrselassie, the Ethiopian, was left wanting. Komen winning in 12:45.1. Gebrselassie some 6 or 7 seconds of drift, having jogged down the home straight.
Well, what a race. In many ways, that was even more exciting than Gebrselassie run last year, because you really thought that the world record was possible with 300 to go, given Gebrselassie ability to kick hard over the last 250, last 200, but it didn't happen, did it? This man had run so hard, had made it so tough that Gebrselassie just had nothing left in the tank, and when the question was asked, he didn't have an answer. Komen then moving away, Gebrselassie throwing in the towel, as Tim said there, just jogging in. Wasn't interested in a 12:48 clocking. Who cares when you run 12:44? But this man, almost within grasp of the world record, just missed the 3K record the other night, and again, after an incredible effort in this 5,000, comes up short. But what a victory for the Kenyans. All smiles there. Good job done by Kip Kaino's son in the early stages, pacemaking, and Koech also involved there.